Hello, welcome to Quack&Co, the board game channel where every video is 10 minutes or less guaranteed, and today we're looking at La Granja. Now, in this video, I'm going to be breaking down exactly what this game is, walking you through the, function and flow of the game so you have an understanding of it, but then I'm also looking over at the Kickstarter page and diving into the 9 modules and a hint at number 10 that have been revealed so far, because this is actually a reprint of an older classic game, La Granja. This is going to be the deluxe edition with immaculate art, upgraded components, and like I said, designed modules for every single game system that start twisting and turning the way the game actually functions on the table. So let's start off by seeing if this is going to be a game you might want to add to your collection, and then if it is, let's get you excited about what's to come. In La Granja, you're going to be doing your very best to establish various types of trade routes that your family is building out in your villa and then bringing to market here on the main town board. The object of the game is to, like most Euro games, score as many victory points as possible. You'll be doing that by organizing and updating your board or your household in a way that lets you generate resources, earn money, spend those money to hire donkeys to bring them to town to deliver them, either at a variety of the different homes that are here or in the main square market here in the center. Let's zoom out and swing over to the boards and talk about how they actually function. At the very start of the game, you're going to have a handful of cards, and at the start of every round, there's going to be 6 rounds you go through, you're going to be playing those cards onto your board. Typically only one unless you have special abilities, but these cards have module slots, which are really cool. The first slot is going to slide into the top here, giving you the opportunity to deliver goods and set up wagons or cartloads that you're bringing into the market. The second slot is the cards that slide over to the side, giving you more income, letting you hire more donkeys, potentially grow more pigs or birth more pigs, and of course, generating income for you every round. The next slot is going to swing over into this edge piece over here. This location is going to just be your villa. That's where your garden. That's where you're planting your olives and your grapes and your wheat. And you're able to get the reward from that and start turning that into produce that you can then bring into the town. And then your final slot here, I already have a few cards, is going to be the cards that are used for special abilities. These are going to be different game-changing effects that really let you manipulate every element of the game, from your actions, your selections, your resources, the dice that you draw, etc., etc. So on your turn, you'll start by playing cards to any one of those 4 locations, and every card can go in any location. So it's a balance of what card do you want to use where, for what effect, how do you get the most out of that as you play. Then we're going to generate resources, purchase roof tiles, which are just bonuses throughout the course of the game, roll a whole stack of dice, generating actions that everyone can take in different locations. You'll see the dice coordinate with the different numbers here on the side, and each number coordinates with actions. Get pig, get resources, get more resources, earn coins, take a nap, or get bonus upgrades, and finally deliver or get more coins. We'll go through the round, everyone taking 2 actions, and then whatever dice is left remaining, everyone getting a bonus 3rd action every turn. Now, with those actions, you'll be interacting with the main board here, and like I said, you'll be doing a few different things, but the primary thing you'll be doing is slowly gathering resources to deliver either to these houses here around the edge that'll give you in-game bonuses and victory points, or deliver them to your locations, your wagon loads here at your own casa. At this location, after you've delivered those goods, you'll get a in-game bonus, and then you'll put a marker here on this kind of territory control location, establishing your position in the market, and of course earning bonus points that way as well. The game's going to play through a series of 6 rounds where you continue taking all those actions. It is incredibly tight and economically squeezed. If you like a Euro that really focuses in on every action mattering and has an engine that doesn't quite get up running until the last round or 2, this will be one that you can really sink your teeth into. Now, the biggest complaint I have is that some of the things feel overwhelmingly punishing or just not as exciting as I would like. For instance, the track down here, those roof tiles get worse as the game goes on, but more expensive alongside that. Or the dice, if you roll the wrong set, you might be forced to take some subpar actions. And while those may be able to be mitigated, it's never fun to do so. That being said, the game is actually a really remarkable Euro puzzle, and if that sounds up your speed, you should be excited and you should dive in. So, like I said, it is over on Kickstarter right now, and we have a gameplay on Quackalope, we have a full review on BoardgameCo, and I'm going to go ahead and zoom in this camera up here so we can take a look together at the modules, because the modules are going to be the coolest thing that the Kickstarter is adding. They're designed by a variety of different designers, some of whom I know really well. Adam Kopwinski, he is going to be a designer that usually partners up with Awakened Realms, but also did like Frostpunk. I love the titles that he puts out. So we've got a few minutes left. Let's take a look here. Bustling Town. Bustling Town is going to start transforming this market row, I believe, allowing you to start building and actually putting different types of buildings with different types of abilities onto the main board. It sounds really interesting to me, and it is supposed to be one of the heavier modules they're introducing. Counselors. Counselors are going to add new dice into the board and asymmetric player powers, which when you take a die, you'll get a different reward depending on the number of die you take. I like that little interaction, and it might generate more resources in the game that'll make everything from your engine function a little bit better. It'll also change the equation of what bad dice are actually bad, or where and when do you compromise in order to get that specific bonus. We have Betwixt. Betwixt is supposed to add modules that interact between players, which one of the things this game has is a degree of player interaction, but this is supposed to emphasize that or add to that. And so it looks like they're tiles. They get played down between experienced players where you can actually send resources and start investing in that relationship, which sounds interesting to me. Grand Markers is just going to be kind of a multiplier. Every time you go to different regions or pockets, you can use a grand marker instead of a regular little marker, and that's going to double up. It's going to double up your resources, double up your points, double up your control, and more and more and more. And more is good in this game. You want more because it's about getting your engine up and churning, and sometimes those little pops of life can really help. The long distance trade is going to be another sideboard where you can actually deliver more goods over to the edge. I'm not quite sure how it works, but the core concept, it kind of looks like you're slowly delivering donkeys out to this location, sending them with all of your goods, and you deliver kind of across that timeline. And it looks like it's a bit of a shared board. I'm really curious to see how it integrates. Hired Hands. Hired Hands is going to add more interaction with deliveries or with workers on your board. When you take a die, you can then use that corresponding number to go to either different houses, place it on your cards, or some other action that I'm forgetting immediately. But basically, it gives you bonus deliveries or bonus actions, which sounds compelling to me. Ladies of La Granja, this is going to add asymmetric player powers specific to each one of the ladies that you have added or you're playing with in your faction. I like asymmetry. I'm excited about that concept. Donkey Song is supposed to integrate a bit more with your siesta track. That's an action that you take to decide if you're going to take naps or use donkeys to deliver. It'll move you up this track, which determines first player but also gives victory points. This is going to integrate with that more, giving you your own custom donkey tracks and also starting to play with the way that you pattern build your siestas and your donkeys, which I think sounds like a fun puzzle. The trade board is going to set up a little bit more player interaction, and as far as I can tell, it's going to focus on being able to like buy and sell and utilize your resources in another interesting way. I don't know if I'm compelled by this one, but I'm certainly open to trying it. I'm curious to see where more of my strapped resources go and when I start feeling like it's being squeezed a little bit too hard. And then something I noticed, scrolling all the way down to unlocked at 250,000 is the broken roofs. Now, I'm not sure if this means like broken, shattered roofs, like you're buying worse roofs, or if it's the thing that we want in this game, which is insane, more powerful roof tiles, because it is disappointing to buy worse and worse roof tiles that just give you victory points at the end of the day. It's a point conversion. So I am very excited about that being unlocked soon. And with that, that's an overview of La Granja. I'm almost out of time, so I'll finish on this. If you want a clean, tight, economic Euro, this is really an amazing puzzle. That being said, not everything feels powerful, and not everything feels good, and not everything is messy enough for you to play or twist or kind of cut your own path. You're going to have to choose one of the various strategies and do it well. So, that's La Granja. And I think that's my time, so I'll see you next time.